We are here at the ITC Shonar for a mega event, the official grand book launch of Boria Mojumdar's Maverick Commissioner, the IPL Lalit Modi saga, which will soon become a motion picture. And amidst the process of this book launch, let's hear from our delightful guests for tonight. So, your reaction on sports, your thoughts?
I'm a friend of Boria and I'm here just to be around here when the book has been launched, to wish him luck. And my best wishes are always there for the entire Bengal and more so Boria and a few other friends that I have out here, Saurabh, Anilva. Then I have a cricket team which is the celebrity cricket team and it has all the actors from Bengal. So it's like coming back home, feels good. And let's hope the book does well for Boria and I'm sure it will be exciting.
And your favorite IPL team?
My favorite IPL team? See, I'm basically a cricket buff. I don't have any favorite teams. Whoever plays a good game is my favorite.
Thank you so much, sir.
I haven't read the book, but I'm very happy that Boria is doing this book because people should know what this Lalit Modi was, what he did. Today, you see the papers, it's all the news, how much the rights have been sold off, thanks to one man, that is Lalit Modi.
So, what does sports mean to you?
It's my passion. So right from the younger days, I was involved in it because it started with the Wills Trophy because I was acting from my younger days. So then it started with Wills Trophy when Kapil Dev and Kirti Ajad and everybody was at their peak. So I was fortunate to get the opportunity at the age of 12. I mean at 12th class when I was class 12, that to organize an event, the event like the Wills Trophy. Then by the time I was in graduation, I got the offer at that time of the company called Chamina, who was the main organizer of the cricket in India. But anyway, I went ahead. So naturally, gradually I got into it. And I was fortunate to organize all the major leagues in India, including F1.
A word on this book to be launched and your expectations from this launch.
First of all, let me tell you, I must congratulate Boria to have given a very apt name to this book on Lalit Modi, the Maverick. He was a maverick, he came, he conquered, but unfortunately he had to leave by setting the stage by creating one of the biggest league in the world. That league, which is very young, compared to NFL and all the EPL, they are since ages. EPL is 30 years old, other leagues are there since ages. And the way it has taken the curve to such a level to have the largest grosser in the per match in the world, it's extraordinary. And at an appropriate time, Boria, like a scholar like Boria, has written this book, and I have no doubt about it. It has become a grand success.
So, your take on sports?
Sports, we are all sports lovers and all. So I think it would have been easy to say on Boria than sports. I think Boria is an integral part with sports and he has been doing many things and I wish him all the best in this venture. The book on Lalit Modi should be a colorful one because Lalit Modi himself is a very colorful character, and if this is made into a film, I think it would be a new opening for Boria as well as for sports books and all, because after Lagan or 83, if a cinema on a particular person comes out, it will definitely be an eye-opener and it will definitely open the avenues for many such things in future.
And any particular IPL team you fancy?
I definitely fancy KKR.
So your take on sports?
So I think sports is one of the great hinges of nationalism, and I think in India, when you think about cricket, it trumps Bollywood for national identity.
A word on this book and your expectations from this book launch today.
So I think the IPL changed Indian cricket as we know it. It's very much at the center of India's resurgence as a power center in cricket, and this book is about the story, the origin story of that. And Boria is a super sports historian, so I'm quite looking forward to reading the book.
And your favorite IPL team, if you fancy one?
I'm a Delhi boy, so my team is Delhi.
Sports is almost like a religion to me.
And how would you say, with regard to India, your thoughts on the IPL, and especially this, a word if you could say about this book and your expectations on this book launch?
I wish Boryada a lot of success with this book. I really like his way of interpreting sports and his writing. So my best wishes to him. Thanks.
So, what does sports mean to you?
Well, it's an integral part of life. I think we grow up with friends playing different kinds of sport. I mean, it's also for fitness, it's also for health, and I think ultimately it's also for a sense of balance. So I think sports is a very integral part of all of us.
A word on this book and your expectations from this book launch tonight?
Well, Boria is an incredible writer. He is a repository of great amount of information on most sports, but certainly cricket. And I'm looking forward to reading the book because I've seen IPL becoming this international phenomena, which was an idea of Lalit Modi and some of his friends. So it'll be exciting to read it.
And your favorite IPL team, if you fancy one?
No. I'm not getting into that because most of my friends own IPL teams. So, but now my dear friend Sanjeev Goenka has one, so that naturally becomes an important.
Thank you so much. What does sports mean to you?
Sports is life. You need to have a sportsmanship and a sportsman spirit. And sports is my son is going to be a sportsman, and we all need to be a sportsman because it gives you energy, it gives you mental status. So a human being needs to be a sportsman.
A word on this book and your expectations from this book launch tonight?
Well, Boria is a wonderful writer. I've been reading his book for quite a long time. He has a huge experience as a journalist also, and he understands sports. So I'm sure that everybody will love to, read it and read the book basically. And I love to read the book.
A particular IPL team you fancy?
Well, it is really difficult to say. Of course, KKR.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, so let me set this up. So Maverick Commissioner, Promotto Commissioner, we're sort of launching both today, the English and Bangla, of this particular book of mine with Simon & Schuster and Deep Prakashon. So I'll just outline the event flow as he walks in. We've got a galaxy of stars. So there are two panels. First, we will discuss with Boniji, with Bumbada, with Onupam, with Anindo, with Vishnu, what's the relationship between sport and cinema, a panel that will be moderated by Dr. Shormishtha Guptu. Then we will discuss the relationship between Sobumbada Welcome as he sort of joins us there. So the second panel is about sport and business, the relationship between sport and business. Obviously, yesterday we have seen the 49,000 crore bid for the IPL title and media rights. So over the next, it's 10 to 6, we will finish at 10 to 7, maybe 5 to 7. So let's first get on stage as our photographer friends take some photographs. Shayantan Ghosh. Shayantan has published 3 of my books as editor. My publisher with Simon & Schuster. As I said, the English book is published by Simon & Schuster and the Bangla book is published by Deep Prakashon. A lot of my friends are here who I will call on stage during the unveil. Shayantan, why don't I leave it to you to start the proceedings?
Good evening, everyone. I won't take too much of your time. Thank you all for coming here, especially to the eminent guests who are here. I'll quickly say that this has been an absolutely rewarding experience for us at Simon & Schuster India to be publishing Boria. This is the 3rd book that we are doing together, and I promise there are many more in the pipeline. This one, to sum it up, is nothing less than a thriller. I can speak for almost everyone in this room here right now that whether or not we like cricket, whether we don't like cricket, IPL is a phenomenon that all of us have been affected by. And this book goes into the detail of the blow-by-blow account of how it was created and the person behind it, the mastermind behind it. It's an excellent book, and I hope you pick it up. I hope you enjoy reading it when you get the time. Thank you once again, Boria, and we are all waiting for the panel to start. I'll hand it over to him. Thank you.
So a program of this sort or something, all of you know that we started Rev Sports, a company that focuses on sport last year in November. And from day one, we've had tremendous support, including for this program. Someone who has actually encouraged me to turn healthier, get to yoga, get to being more fitter, is a very dear friend of mine, one of my closest friends and supporters. I have a few words from him before I kickstart the panel. May I please have on stage my friend Karthik Raman. Karthik, where are you? There you are. Please put your hands together for Karthik Raman.
Thank you, Boria, and good evening, everybody. It's absolute pleasure to be here and looking forward to the book because to see something that never existed in 2007.
Straight laga, and I will get.
This is something that we created as a campaign to promote our brand. Sachin Tendulkar happens to be our brand ambassador, so it took some technical processes to get young Sachin out there. So yeah, to see a mega event being created out of nothing. I mean, till 2007 when India won the T20 World Cup, IPL probably existed as a concept. And to see it get launched in 2008 and 15 years later become a 50,000 crore brand is a phenomenon. And as a marketing and branding professional, this is something that I'm looking forward to read because it's going to be an amazing experience to learn how you create a brand which is 50,000 crore and probably growing. And much to learn from the book. So I'm super excited and looking forward to the book. And all the very best, Boria, for the book and for the event. Thank you so much.
So Karthik, in his capacity as head of Aegis Federal Life Insurance Company, has been more than a pillar for Rev Sports and for me personally over the last several years. So very deep, personal and sincere thank you. The other person who I want to call on stage before I get on with the panel and introduce the panel and get them on stage, somebody who's actually flown from Salzburg to Calcutta. Salzburg, Mumbai, Mumbai, Calcutta. Again, all of you talk, a lot of my doctor friends are here, and last year we were talking about mucormycosis and the company that produces amphotericin B, the largest in India, someone who produces vaccines that sort of saves us today. Put your hands together for Sanjeev Navangul. Where's Sanjeev? Sanjeev, there you are, please sir.
Good afternoon. I think the wrong guy to speak on an occasion which is very joyous. I think I run a large healthcare company, but I come here as basically just a friend. Boria is clearly one of the premier thinkers on sports in this country. I'm really happy that he's produced a book which we all look forward to and should be, for people like me, a teaching assignment in institutes for trying to say how a big product is made. So all the best to you, Boria. This is one of the finest that I could have thought of as a topic. And we are all very happy that it was you who has done this, and really all the best to you. So thank you all. It's a pleasure to be here.
A couple of my photographer friends were telling me, "Apni boita unveil korben na?" 100 bar korbo. So Trisha, now over to you. Can we please have on stage, put your hands together for Harshvardhan Neotia, Utsav Parekh, my dear friend Nalin Mehta, my very, very close friend Dinesh Chopra. Can we have all of you on stage, please? Somebody who ran Indian cricket for a good 10 years, Obhijit Sharkar. And we've got a lot of people to call on stage. And as we call them on stage, can we please have the books to the audience? Can we please have the books to the audience? All of you will be given the books as well. May I please also call on stage my friends Ashok Nambudri, who's part of my panel and a partner of mine in everything that I do. Vinod Agarwal. Joydeep da, where are you? Joydeep Mukherjee, you've got to be on stage. Joydeep da, আপনাকে উঠতে হবে, চলে আসতে হবে, একটু পাশ থেকে চলে আসুন। জয়নীল তুমি এগিয়ে দাও। অনিলাভ কোথায় তুমি? অনিলাভ চ্যাটার্জি, my dear friend, where are you? গৌতম দা বোধহয় বেরিয়ে গেল, otherwise I would have called গৌতম da on stage. জয়দীপ da, অনিলাভ, Shayantan and Deeptangshu, my two publishers. I don't think I've missed anyone. Last but not the least, my dear friend Shatadru Dotto. Please come on stage. And Vishnu just pointed out to me our friend who will be part of this project, Hitesh Thakkar. Hitesh, please, can I have you on stage? Shatadru, have you on stage? Books with Everybody, formal unveil of Maverick Commissioner, Promotto Commissioner by Bumbada, Mr. Neotia, Boniji, Onupam, Onindo and the rest of our panel for this particular evening. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Audience will soon be given the books. Trisha, boigulo audience ke pahunche dao. As long as you can start taking while our photographer friends start taking.
Here for Indian team.
I'll jump into the middle because that's...
राम से मारना चिक्का.
Let's do 10 seconds, Gandhi ke, 10 seconds, march kare, 10 seconds, so Gandhi ke first. Okay, as we finish the photo off, can we have the cake on stage, please, Trisha? So that Boniji, Bubbada and Mr. Neotia can cut the cake. That finishes our photo op and we will move to the next panel. Can we have the cake on stage, please? Karthik on stage, Sanjeev on stage, Chirodeep on stage, Shomiron and Promita on stage. You will soon hear from them. So this is interesting. You know, IPL is the only pan-Indian brand, and while ideating about this program, I was actually thinking about it. What is the only connect that actually where India exists? I was thinking Bollywood. No, Bollywood is not pan-India. South India, no. Kolkata, no. Northeast, no. No. So what is the only pan-India connect along with the IPL? Think about it. The only pan-India connect is food. The only pan-India connect. I think you guys have got bags. Specially crafted bag. The only pan-India connect is food. If you actually see, and it was thought, how do we give the audience something that they will remember? And that's when Shomiron and Promita came to my rescue. Shomiron and Promita actually created this bag for you. And what we have done, there's a card inside the bag. So the IPL is what? Kolkata Knight Riders, Chennai Super Kings, Royal Challengers, Bengaluru, Delhi, Capitals. So across the country, if you read that card of yours, there is Kandoi from Mohanthal, West. There is Shudip Mollik and Priyanka's brilliant Korapake Sandesh from Calcutta. There's Pyaz Kachori from Jaipur. There's 5 different kinds of mishti and food that actually symbolizes the IPL for me. That is why Shomiron and Promita created that particular bag. Can you please come on stage, both of you? So that was my connect. Yesterday we ideated on this. We went to Shudip's shop, spent 2 hours. What can we do? How do we give the audience something along with our signed copies of the books that make IPL reality? We don't have the money. So what do we do to reach out to the audience? And our only option was food. So Shomiron and Promita on stage, please put your hands together because that is special. And if you see, we actually ideated a lot. How do we get this right? The only pan-Indian thing alongside sport is food.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, this kind of eminent guest out here, what we tried, and thanks Boria for giving this opportunity. So my wife Promita, my better half, she actually started this. I was working with Shell, the global oil company, but I left that and joined her. The whole thought process was, after all the nostalgia discussions that we had today, the only thing that we could think was left out was probably food, right? So this is something that we did for the last 4 years now. It has reached almost all parts of the country, and we are probably now going to, we are exporting now food from India and everything that we spoke of, right? So it is going to go to all the countries that you know of, but I'll let my best half now speak about what she went through.
Good evening, everybody. So this is a very interesting story as to how this company was conceptualized. I'm an ex-banker by profession. So when I was working with UN bodies, I had an opportunity of interacting with a lot of expats. So what happened was, one thing that was common amongst all the discussion was food, as we all know. We're all foodies at heart. And we realized that, basically we're all in Pangea of floating population. So we've all left our places of origin, moved because of work, because of studies. And the one thing that we crave, apart from family and friends, is the fact that we need to get back to that aroma of those special brands that we've grown up eating from, and also our mother's cooking. And that's how Just My Roots bore fruit. And what we do is create and connect the dots, whereby whichever brands that you're nostalgic about, whatever food that you've been craving for, comes directly to your home through our service.
Please on stage for a final photo of Shantan Esho. Shantan Esho. Deep, kothay tumi? Tomai dekhte pacchi na? Ei to. Thank you. So Trisha, please can you come on stage? Trisha has been the backbone and pillar of this program. So ladies and gentlemen, for all the console work, she is the pillar of Rev Sports. Mr. Neotia, I know you cancelled the Chief Minister's meeting in Bihar to be here. Mr. Parekh, I know you've flown back from Delhi for an Airports Authority of India meeting for my persistence. Joinil, you don't want to come on stage, that's why I'm not calling you on stage. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very personal function. Ashok flying in from everyone. Ashok coming from Dubai, Vinod coming from Dubai. Sushant, can you have me on stage, please, for this? Sushant flew in from Delhi specifically for this program. This panel, ladies and gentlemen, Nalin is a dear friend. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me to be able to do this book, to be able to get this panel together. Sanjeev, can we have you on stage for the last one? So this is very, very personal for all of you. Kaushik Da, Raja, Binayak Da, all, I think Parthojit was there. All my friends, there he is. My family, to everybody, Rupak Da was here, to everybody for coming. This means a lot to me. To both Shormishtha and I. This is Karthik, obviously. Where's Karthik? Karthik, for a final time. For a final time. No, not waving your hand, please. For a final time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much on behalf of all of us. That's the end of the launch of Maverick Commissioner. We go to Dubai. Thank you very much. Yamini, come on stage.